Whoa, where's that at?
Somewhere on the internet.
We will not wear your underwear, but we will.
Yeah, do you know what you're talking
Nope. And that's why I said it.
about? Okay.
We'll probably wear your underwear.
Is the title not the Houly and Brian show? Do we have a Twitter account? Waffle House. Oh, I like Waffle House. All right. Welcome, everybody, to the Houly and Brian show. I'm your boy, Houly.
And I'm Brian.
That's Brian. Hey, real quick. That's going to look really weird. I got a Kleenex and a lotion on my bed. I swear it's not for weird stuff. It's dry hands, winter, runny nose. That's what that is. Let me go move that.
Bro, get it off the fucking screen. Yeah.
You can edit this out, right?
Yeah. Totally.
Okay, cool. Yeah, give me just a second. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the Houly and Brian show.
What's up, guys? I'm Brian. That's Houly.
And I'm Houly, and I usually use AirPods to do this, but
They're being bitchy.
they were being bitches,
They're being real bitches.
and now I gotta use just normal wired headphones like a peasant. But that's okay.
Hey, bitch. There's nothing wrong with that.
But anyways, Brian, you were gonna show me something you were drinking, and you wanted to show and tell it.
Buddy.
Cheers.
Boom, boom, boom. I'm drinking a Wild Basin, boozy sparkling water. This one's just a lime one, but this is Oscar Blues one that they have.
Wait, it's what is it?
It's a hard seltzer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Man, the I used to work at a party store for a little bit, and one of the beer reps came in with like White Claw because that's because that's Mike's, right?
Yep.
Okay, so
Yeah.
he came in with White Claw, and this is like right before that hard seltzer boom.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Hey, so we're gonna be selling these in here, and man, these things, they're gonna be the next big thing. He's like, just you watch." Every beer rep says that about every single beer that comes in. So
Yeah.
like, yeah, okay, dude. And then they exploded shortly after that. And I'm kicking myself for not doing anything with that knowledge.
I mean, yeah, it's wild. Like the dude, not this summer, but last summer.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was my first summer with them. I think that was their big. Yeah. So last summer, they thought they were gonna be like 8 million case brand. And we talked about this on the show before. I know, but they thought they were gonna be like an 8
It
million
might
case
be on a
brand.
lost episode though.
Yeah, it might be on the. Don't we have a specific lost episode? Isn't there a specific one out there? No.
I think there might be one somewhere.
Yeah, we got a specific one.
Or we just
It's on
haven't
that
edited
one.
it together yet.
Yeah, it'll get there. But no, this they thought that it was gonna be. Mike's thought it was gonna be I can't remember if it was a 4 million case brand or a 9 million case brand.
Yeah.
And it ended up being like a 15 million case brand or a 14 million case brand.
They were not.
Dude, we couldn't keep it
expecting
on the shelves, man. It was crazy.
that. Yeah.
Like, we were running out of it. People were like, "Hey, man, we need that shit." And we're like, "So does the whole world, dude. Like, everybody needs it right now, man. They're out." So, but this is a good one, man. Yeah, Oscar Blues, like they kind of did their own thing. They have a basil and melon one. That one is fucking fire, dude. It's real good.
So
What
I'm
are you
really
drinking?
curious.
go
So
ahead.
I'm drinking a homebrew. A buddy of mine, Justin, he has a really, really, really nice homebrew setup, and he calls it Reaction Brewing Company. Like if you look at, like, he's got a Facebook and a YouTube page, go check him out. But yeah, it's a sour that he did. It's got mango, tart cherry, marshmallow, and vanilla.
Okay,
So
dope.
really good.
Nice. Yeah.
But that hard seltzer, Oscar Blues owns Perrin and in Michigan, and Perrin also does a hard seltzer. I wonder if they're the same thing in there. But I think theirs is like a mango though.
You know, it's really cool that people in other parts of the country have taken a notice to Michigan brewing, and that says a lot because Lagunitas,
Oh yeah,
Heineken, took a liking to Shorts and has
to Shorts, which is
done
Michigan.
some stuff with them, and that's cool to see that Oscar Blues has done some stuff there, and other people have done stuff too. So it's that's cool, man. That's cool. I dig that. Michigan's got some great beers, man. The beer scene in Michigan, a lot of people sleep on it, man. A lot of people don't know about it, and it's crazy. I'm glad
Yeah.
Shorts is out here in Colorado in places every once in a while.
Oh, are they out there now?
Most of the time, it's like right after Great American Beer Fest. Like,
Oh, so it's like the leftovers and stuff?
yeah, like they bring a bunch out here and stuff. And oh, dude, Houly, the other day, a couple weeks ago, I was at a buddy's party and we went to this brew store that was right around the corner. That's right by like Coors Field. And we walk in there, and me and my one buddy, like we both geek out hard about beers. So all of a sudden we look and we saw Rare Barrel, which is this place that Houly and I went to in Berkeley.
It's
that
really
does sours,
good, yeah.
really good sours. And all of a sudden we saw them, we were like, "Oh shit!" So we dropped like $70 on
You
on
can drop
Rare
money
Barrel.
fast on
Oh
Rare
yeah,
Barrel.
on that kind of stuff. Yeah, it was like, dude, it was like $23 a bottle or whatever it was. So I think we grabbed like 2 of those and like one other one or a couple other things, and had a bunch of those. But it was cool, man. Like, it was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
but,
do you want to get into? I think you wanted to talk about the Netflix show Irishman,
it's not a show; it's a movie.
or movie. Yeah.
Yeah, it was in theaters for a minute there.
Probably, I assume they put it in theaters because they want to get Oscar nods and stuff like that. Because I don't think
Who's my dude. Who knows?
I don't think straight to Netflix qualifies for the Academy.
I mean, I'd be interested as to what wasn't it Ramona? Wasn't that what it was last year?
Oh, that may have been. They had to have released somewhere though.
Yeah, I bet they could have released in theaters in Mexico, and maybe that would have got it in, or I don't know. But yeah, Netflix pulled it this week from The Irishman, or so I've heard from a bunch of people.
Wait, they did what now?
They pulled it out of the theaters. Like, they were supposed to go a little bit longer, and Netflix was like, "No, dude, fuck you guys." And I guess there was some big battle about it.
Yeah, we made a deal type deal.
Yeah, but
I
okay,
wouldn't
if you haven't seen it yet, then we won't talk about it too much.
Well, I do want to talk just so you've seen it.
Yes.
Okay. I do want to talk a couple, like one thing that I heard that was really funny.
Okay.
I was listening to a show, and they were talking about The Irishman. They were complaining about young people and how young people are complaining about how long it is because it's 3 hours long.
Yeah.
And then one of the producers of the show, who's like around our age, he was like, "Hey, here's what you do. All right, you cut it into a mini series. You do each episode is 1 hour long, and I'll sit through and I'll binge the whole thing in one sitting. But if you just give it to me in 3 hours, I ain't got time for that." And it's so funny because it's so true. Like, you have no problems binging an entire series of like Letterkenny. I'll binge that entire series.
Oh yeah.
I'll you
watch 8 episodes, 9 episodes.
Yep. I binged pretty much in one night. Well, it was like 2 nights, but I binged Chernobyl, which are like an hour long each.
Yeah.
But like The Irishman, it's like, man, 3 hours. I really got to commit some time to that. Like, what is the weird psychology that makes you be able to binge TV shows, but one movie that's the same length? You're like, eh.
So it's really cool. At the end of the movie, it actually has like a little kind of directors roundtable with Scorsese. Like when you finish the movie on Netflix, it's like, oh, coming up next in 2 seconds. Like, it doesn't even give you time. It's like, you're gonna watch this.
It wants you to watch it.
Yeah, it's like coming up in 2 seconds. You're like, oh shit. Like, I was gonna click play anyways, and as I was going to go do it, it's like, nope, we're there. But it's so it's Scorsese with Bobby De Niro, Al Pacino, and Joe Pesci.
Okay.
And it's the 3 of them sitting there talking about it, and Al Pacino asked him at one point, he's like, were you worried like about the length and stuff? And Scorsese was like, dude, like, I don't know, we thought about it, and like there's all these different things. He's like, we could have made it into a mini series, we could have did this. He goes, but at the end of the day, I was like, no, I'm making what I want to make. I'm not worried about it. I don't care.
Yeah.
You know, and
he's
for people
notorious for long movies.
Yeah, and dude, for people that like love it, like, dude, did you ever see you had to have oh God, what was it? Silence?
Is that the one about the priest and all that? No, I think we were supposed to go see it on like Christmas weekend, and we didn't end up making it out to it, and then I just never saw it from then.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. I think we were supposed to. And then we were like, oh no, we bailed on it. That's
Adam
right.
Driver is he's in
Adam
it, right?
Driver's in it,
Okay.
and so is the Spider-Man kid, the second
Peter Parker.
Spider-Man after Tobey Maguire.
Oh, Garfield.
Garfield.
Andrew Garfield. Is that
Andrew
his name?
Garfield. Yeah, he's in it, and it's really really good. You as a Catholic, you should watch this. We have talked about this now that I think about it. You and I have definitely before.
Yeah.
But it's cool, man. Like it's Scorsese's goodbye to filming with his buddies.
Yeah.
You know, his day ones and stuff. Like Harvey Keitel's in it, and it's cool, man. It's really really cool, and I
don't
really
think
like
Keitel's been in Scorsese flick for a while.
No, God, since like Mean Streets or
Taxi. He
Taxi
was in
Driver.
Taxi Driver.
that was probably the last. That'd be a good thing to check out or something like that. But yeah, let's wonder kill this. Check it out right now. And while you're doing that, I want to plug a movie
Yeah,
that
plug
people
away.
can go see. All right, everybody that's watching. So, Houly and I, and probably most of the people that are listening to this, grew up with a guy in our hometown of Saginaw, Michigan, and his name is Paul Walter Hauser.
Oh yeah. You
I
know
wanna-
him better than I do. I've only met him like once or twice.
I
but-
like worked with him and stuff at the bowling alley. Had one of the best New Year's Eves I've ever had in my entire life was hanging out with that dude at the Plaid Palace, the Scottish Inn, after we got done working. It was a really good time. That dude, like, man, I think at one point he was almost gonna like stay in Saginaw and give up acting, and now he is in.
It's really good that he didn't.
I'm really glad he didn't. I knew as soon as someone like took a good look at him and got to see his work ethic and everything that dude, he was just gonna crush. And now he's starring in the new Clint Eastwood movie, Richard Jewell, which is
based off a true story. Yeah, it is a true story,
Yeah.
right?
and man, there's one shot. Have you seen any of the trailers or anything like that for it?
Yeah, I saw one of them.
Did you see the one where he's like grabbing the bomb underneath whatever it is, and he's like holding onto it, and he just like is letting out this scream and cry or whatever?
No, I haven't seen that one.
Dude, I saw it and I'm like, I can't wait. And I didn't even send this to you yet, but Esquire magazine is giving him some Oscar buzz about it.
I heard about that too. Yeah,
And I was like, what? So if there is, man, we're gonna have a cool podcast talking about it. I'll tell you that much. And,
what's the chance of getting him on the show?
I don't know. I still
gonna
have
be
his
busy.
phone. He's gonna be real busy, especially during Oscar season. It's even
Yeah.
right now, you know. It might be able to be something we might be able to get him on next summer, maybe.
That'd be cool.
We still need to do our trip to LA, so it'd be cool to do that. And he goes on people's podcasts. He went on one of his friends in LA. It's these two chicks that their podcast bases around them going to Costco and getting like a family size something and trying to eat it.
Okay.
And it's not like they eat it on the podcast. Like they talk about taking it home, and they're like, dude, me and my boyfriend, like we tried to go after it, and it was just a whole pot pie, and it was way too much. It's cool, but he was on one of those. So, man, my nose is even running. Man, it's almost like I need a Kleenex.
Yeah, I don't have any in my room.
No. Nice humidifier.
Thank you.
I need to get one of those for my house, man, because
gotta-
it's dry as shit here in Colorado.
It gets dry, and that's why like I need to get a bottle of lotion or something. I don't have any laying around, but
That's fair. Jergens or something.
some Jergens. I lost my train of thought.
Sorry. Richard Jewell, Paul Hauser.
Richard,
He's going to be busy.
movies. Oh, have you been watching Disney Plus?
But wait, one last thing.
Okay,
So
yeah.
go see that. It's December 13th.
December
Go
13th.
see that shit.
Go see it.
I plan on going to see it next Saturday, the 14th, because my work Christmas party is the 13th. And I would go see it at the midnight showing the night before, but
You'll be drunk.
No. But the night before on the 12th is Lauren Scott's wife's birthday, so we're going to the botanical gardens.
Then you'll be drunk. Okay.
I will be drunk. Yes, I will be drunk. So yeah, and then that next day in the office is gonna be wild.
Because you'll be drunk.
Yep. Cool. Disney Plus. Yes, let's move on to that. But yes, Richard Jewell, December 13th. Go see it.
Have you been watching it?
Disney Plus. Absolutely, I have. Yeah,
I've been watching the shit out of it.
It's great.
It's actually really, really good. Like
so, let's before we start talking about all that, what were your initial thoughts when you heard that Disney Plus was coming to a streaming service? What were your initial thoughts? What did you think was going to be on there?
Not interested.
Right? Like you're like, okay, cool. It's going to be some of the Disney originals, some Pixar movies, and some Star Wars stuff. That's about it. You know?
I thought it was going to be like $12 or $13, compete with Netflix.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to keep, because since Walt Disney was alive, like since they were doing Snow White and like all those like early classics, that's like forever ago. They've been in, hey, you know what? This movie that's really awesome that everyone wants to see, yeah, you go fuck yourselves. You can't watch it. Because they have that vault, they call it.
Yeah.
And then they like
the classic vault or whatever.
Yeah. And then they'll like release it either in like theaters just randomly or like in DVDs.
DVD or whatever.
And it's like for 5 minutes only, and it's like it's really hard to watch some of those movies. So like I was expecting, and they've been doing that forever. Like they have not budged on that.
No.
So when they said they were coming out with this Disney Plus, and then I looked at the lineup, and I'm like, oh, not just all the Disney movies are here, but Pixar is here. Every single Star Wars, like things that I didn't even know Disney owned is on there. Like, it's crazy.
It is straight fire. There are some old school classics on there, like Bedknobs and Broomsticks, and like the Apple Dumpling Gang shit. And then there's the
watched
Even Stevens show. Do you know how much Even Stevens I've watched? All of it, dude. I love that show. That show is great.
I watched Alice in Wonderland the other day. I got Sleeping Beauty in my queue. Like, it's all great stuff.
Have they released any more of the Pixar in real life? I haven't got to check recently.
I guess I don't know what that is.
So Pixar in real life is cool. Basically, so the first one that came out was the like command console from Inside Out, like the little thing or whatever it is where they have all the controls, the control center or whatever. That was like in the middle of Central Park, and people were like, what is this? And they go up and they start messing with it, and then all of a sudden like they'd hit anger, and all of a sudden this chick would come out and she would start getting angry at her boyfriend or whatever, and then they would hit happy and she'd be like, oh, but what am I saying? I love you. And she'd like go and like hug him and stuff.
Oh, I didn't know this was a thing. They just have the one episode and it's Inside Out.
Damn, still the one, because I'm really excited for the Wall-E one. There's supposed to be like the advertisement is like Wall-E on the front.
He's the main like
like the
background,
the banner or whatever it is.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
But yeah, it's supposed to be. I don't know. I want to see more. I'm interested to see those because shit.
So I finished Nightmare Before Christmas yesterday. That's a great movie. It's gorgeous.
All right, whatever. Fucking Tim Burton.
And then I've been watching the Mandalorian.
I've heard mixed things about that.
So I watched, because I was not a fan of The Last Jedi, and I was not a fan of Solo, the Han Solo one. I was like, okay, Disney's, they're running, they took a really cool thing, and then they're doing too much with it. They're trying to make it Marvel. It's not Marvel. You can't just put 8,000 things out. And I was like, so this Mandalorian's probably going to be the same way. And I watched the first episode, and I wasn't super impressed. And then I watched the second episode just cause, and after the second episode I got hooked, and I'm all caught up, and I can't wait till the next one.
Okay.
It's actually really, really cool. Cause there was a movie, I forget the title of it, but it was really good. You told me, hey, when you watch this is like a modern day Western.
Hell or High Water.
Hell or High Water, yeah. And I was like, yeah, that is like a Western. So that was a modern Western. This is straight up a futuristic Western. Like it is. It's if Westerns were in a Star Wars universe, that's what this is, because it follows a bounty hunter, and it's like in between when the Empire fell and the Republic is trying to like bring back democracy.
Yeah.
So there's like a lot of like, wait, there's no government right now, but there's kind of so it's like kind of lawless.
Okay.
So it's very Western. Even like the music is very Western. It's they did a really good job on it.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, because Hell or High Water, I mean, that had a couple, like some of the shots that were insane was like when the guy's riding in the truck and it has the side shot of him, and which is like when the guy's on the horse, it has the side shot, then it has the front shot and big wide open. Like, oh man, I love that movie. That movie got fucking snubbed, man, and
I thought it was really good too.
But yeah, the other cool thing that we watched on Disney Plus that was cool that you guys should check out is what was the one thing you had me watch? The documentary about the animation and stuff.
You watched that?
I did. It was really good.
Yeah. So it's if you're unfamiliar with how Disney is, everyone knows Disney as like when you think of Disney, you think animation. So their animation department was like not doing good at all. Like so they had the classics like Snow White, Sleeping Beauty. Alice in Wonderland is another one.
Yeah, Peter Pan.
Was Peter Pan?
It was in the 60s.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
So Peter Pan. So like,
I think like the last good one that they had was
may have been like Robin Hood or something, or
I think it was Robin Hood. Was like Robin Hood and or maybe the Jungle Book or something like that. I think
no, Jungle. Oh, do you know what? Yeah, Jungle Book is older than I thought. Yeah.
I think Jungle Book was like the last one where it was like good, and then there wasn't really another good one until almost Lion King. The one Beauty and the Beast before
Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid, yeah, that's right. Little Mermaid in the 80s.
And then and then Lion King is what caused it to explode. It's like Little Mermaid is when they're like, you know what? Maybe. And then they did Pocahontas and Lion King went fucking ape shit.
Yeah.
But
they don't talk about Pete's Dragon in that, but I fucking loved Pete's Dragon, dude. Pete's Dragon was dope.
Pete's Dragon may have been in the like just because it's in the decline era.
It definitely was. Like it
doesn't mean it's bad, but
but it wasn't a massive hit like other ones were. But I fucking love Pete's Dragon.
So I gotta look up what that was.
It's like
called.
Disney.
It's called it's called Waking Sleeping Beauty, I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
So it's about how like when Walt Disney was running everything, and then they had all these great animators, all these old school classic animators that did those movies we were talking about, Snow White, Sleeping Beauty, all that. And then they got this new batch of kids in, and it was kind of a weird spot where people thought like animation at that point was like for little kids and they weren't like cool. Yeah. And their live action stuff was doing really well, and there's these young batch of kids, so they weren't putting as much money into it because it was really expensive. So they.
And by the way, these young batch of kids also. Let's talk about that class that's in these young batch of kids.
Like so Tim Burton.
People like Tim Burton. You have John Lasseter, Pixar.
Yeah.
Like it's not like obviously they're not bad artists or anything like that.
No.
It's just, there was just kind of this clash between the old and the new, and there was push and pull and all this, and
like they basically were like, okay, you guys can have this shitty building over here, and the live action stuff's gonna have this super nice studio over here.
Yeah. So
Who Framed Roger Rabbit? That's the one of the ones where they were like, whoa, you can do really cool stuff with animation.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it went from like talking about like Black Cauldron and like how that was like a massive failure, and then basically back to like
wasn't.
I've never seen Black Cauldron. Is it good?
Oh, are you kidding me?
I've heard it's a lot of people's favorite, but it's just
it's a
no
ton
one
of
saw
people's
it.
favorite. It's not mine, but it's
yeah,
it has weird kind of like Sleeping Beauty ties to it as well. It's you should check it out.
But yeah, if you're and I'm actually really think it's cool that Disney Plus put that documentary on there because like they talk about some stuff that Disney might not want you to know about.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's like some things that you're like, whoa, Disney, you put a video or a documentary on that kind of bashed yourself for a while.
Yeah, definitely does too. It definitely bashes some of the higher ups.
And it has some of the like the ex higher ups and ex employees who are like, yeah, this was terrible. He was like, yeah, can you believe that Disney was like, no, we got to cut all this and da 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 da, and we got to cut things here, and then everyone left on private planes back to back to LA, and it was like, we probably could have cut those private planes out and would have saved this much money on animation. So
the story of the guy that did a lot of the songs to Little Mermaid's really good too. I don't want to give anything more away on it than that, but it's story on that one's really good too.
Well, it's you don't think about those people like that like you're just like, wow, Little Mermaid had some great songs to it. You don't think about the human that made that and the kind of things he went through. It's really good, guys. Check it out if you like documentaries and you're interested in the history of Disney, because it's not all perfect, clean, awesome like everyone thinks it is.
But I mean, if you like any of the Pixar stuff, then it's a good thing to go to. And also, if in any of your hometowns, right now it's in Denver, but I got to see it in Chicago. Pixar has a exhibit that's usually in like a science museum or something. We saw it at the science. I can't remember what it's called in Chicago, but whatever their big like science and whatever museum is there.
The big science museum.
They have exactly.
I think that's what it's
big
called.
Science museum. Yeah, but they have a really cool. Like how the animation's done. You get to like test all these things and do these like mini animations yourself and everything. It's a really, really cool program. I mean, honestly, if I could have any job in the entire world, it would be to be a 3D animator for Pixar. That would be the best thing in the entire world. They don't do tours of Pixar, man.
Really? They probably got some shit they're working on that
they have really way too many secrets. Yeah.
They just really like don't want you to know. Like,
I
wonder how far they've got stuff planned out. Like, I wonder if like they already know what's going on in 10 years.
I mean, they definitely have it thought out pretty far. If you watch any of those documentaries about Pixar and stuff, you ever watched any of those?
Yeah, I watched one. Man, this was a long time ago, but it was about how everyone at Disney was really pissed off at Pixar, even though a lot of the Pixar people came from Disney. But it all worked out for Disney.
Oh, yeah, for sure. There's just it's just really cool. But so cool thing is, Pixar was in Emeryville, which was not too far from where Houly and I used to live out in California there. Not far at all. As a matter of fact, in Calistoga, that's where John Lasseter lives.
Oh, really?
Well, like in the Calistoga, like St. Helena area.
Okay.
So just over the hill from Santa Rosa, like right there. But, John Lasseter, man. Cool dude. But yeah, man, Disney Plus kicks ass, man. It's pretty legit.
There's a free trial if anyone wants to try it. We're not paid by Disney, although Disney, you can pay us if you want to.
Disney and Snickers, you guys can pay us. And if Disney and Snickers want to team up for Snizney, I'm down.
Snizney. When you go to Disney Plus, use promo code Houly and Brian. See what happens.
How cool would it be if that actually worked and they got it like free for a month?
Right. But anyways, transitioning to some food. So you are coming to town here pretty soon.
Yes, ma'am.
And you want to get Chinese food or some sort of Asian food.
I mean, I think we should.
Yeah. Oh,
by
absolutely.
The way, dude, I got my buddy Danny over here. They're always named Danny, I feel like.
Yeah, a lot of Dannys in your
Danny
life.
or Roy or something.
Yeah. Leroy.
Yeah, but dude, I found a super cool spot. My family and I went and ate here. That's just like this hole in the wall place.
When you texted me?
Yeah, that was when I texted you with the crab meat rangoons.
Oh yeah, love me a good rangoon.
But super cool little spot. The guy was talking to me. He's like, dude, I've been working here for 30 years. He's like, we've been open for 30 years now, or 30 some odd, 38 years or whatever it was. He was like, I haven't took a vacation. He's like, every time I take a vacation, something goes wrong. So, but dude, bomb food, good portion size and everything like that. So
I look forward to trying it someday.
yeah. Houly and I have had a long history of going to different Chinese restaurants at different stages of our life. One was in Saginaw, Golden China.
Yeah.
That place was bomb. And that was Roy, right?
That was Kenny.
Kenny, yeah, that was
Yeah.
Kenny. Yeah, we won't go into the weird stuff that we heard about that place, but
It's good food.
but it was good food. And then when we worked up at camp, there's this place called China Inn.
China Inn's really good.
Man, probably every other Friday in the summer, we would get a bunch of the people. As soon as we'd send the campers away, we'd go eat a bunch of Chinese food, and then we'd go get real drunk. Sometimes we get tattoos.
Sometimes by we, I mean just Brian. But I pay for it.
Scott asked me the other day, or maybe it was Tim or somebody like that, asked me the other day. They were like, would you ever get rid of that tattoo? And I was like, no, 100% no. I was like, I can't. And I thought about it the other day. I looked at it. I was like, I just can't. I can't ever get rid of it. It'd just be wrong. And who cares? No one's ever said anything about it. We've talked about it on previous episodes. If you guys want to find out what tattoo we're talking about, you got to go back and listen to all of them.
All of them. And then make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on all of them, too, please.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
And
share it with
friends,
stickers.
moms, dads, uncles, Lenny Kravitz.
You think
Please
we can
sponsor us, Lenny
Kravitz on the
Kravitz.
show?
No, I don't want him on here either.
Okay. Hey.
Okay.
Hey. Can we talk about Chinese food for a minute?
Yeah, we can. I just went off on a rant. But people need to know our special place about Chinese food. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Hey, so I got a question about a couple Wild Basin. Which one is that?
This one is let me see. It is the cucumber peach, and it tastes like throw up.
Okay. Hey,
Yeah.
something that doesn't taste like throw up. Chinese food.
Chinese food.
Hey, man. When you go to like a Chinese buffet, or you go to like a sit down Chinese place, and they have soup, there's always two available.
Yep. Egg drop and wonton.
Hot and sour soup.
So, hot and sour soup isn't really a thing outside of Michigan. It's the crispy rice. It's the crispy rice soup that isn't a thing outside of Michigan. But yeah, you're right. Hot and sour soup. Yeah, okay, I got it.
Okay. So, and then I got my soup rankings coming up after this. I just wanted to talk about.
We are doing soup ratings. Okay.
We are. Yeah, after we talk about these two soups separately. When you go to a Chinese place and they give you the option, what do you go with?
I'm a big. I either go. If those are the only two options, I definitely go egg drop.
Egg drop? See, I don't.
I went
think
wonton the other night because I like wonton soup.
I don't think I've ever had egg drop soup in my life. I always go
really?
hot and sour.
Oh, really, fool?
Yeah, because
My mom questioned me on that the other day too because I ordered the
Really?
wonton. She goes, "You're not gonna go with the hot and sour?" I was like, "If you wanted that, why didn't you get it?"
So I'm gonna end this conversation because I thought it'd be a lot more interesting in my head. But
No, keep going. I'm digging it. I love
don't
egg
know.
drop soup.
I don't know if
Egg
I
drop-
really care anymore though.
Do you? So what do you do? Wait, I need to know. Don't leave me on a cliffhanger like that.
All right, fine. We'll go back to it.
Yeah.
So I always go hot and sour soup. I don't think I've ever had egg drop soup in my entire life.
And to be honest, I don't know if I've ever had hot and sour soup in my entire life.
So
Challenge accepted.
that's really interesting.
It is. See?
When you come into Saginaw and we get some Asian food, you get you some hot and sour soup, and I'll get me some egg drop soup. How
That
about
sounds
that?
great. Are there any like new Chinese places or any good staples that are still around?
There is.
Last
if
time
you
I was
wanna-
in town, we got Genji's. And then maybe that wasn't the last time. It was a couple times ago, but we definitely got Genji's.
That was good as shit. So there's
was
Pasong's, which is Old Town Saginaw. They do a bunch of different Asian stuff, and it's awesome.
You know what?
And then that's right next door to Oracle. We can get Pasong's and then go eat it at Oracle and have a beer.
We can do that. We might have to do 2. You might be against this, but
Okay.
the guy we went to high school with, I've never been to his Chinese restaurant, and people rave about it.
It's
Chan's
good.
Garden.
It's good.
Okay.
I haven't been there in a long time, but
Yeah.
we can go there.
Yeah. So, Brandon Chan, a guy we went to high school with, his parents own
You
this.
love name dropping people.
I'll name drop the shit out of people we went to high school with. I don't care. They're
Okay.
not listening to this. So,
Watch tomorrow. You get a text. Hey, don't talk about me.
first off,
That's-
you'd have to get
that will
my
never happen.
California number.
Anyways,
And, yeah, but I might have to try both. I might have to support that stuff. Them. Yeah. But I have heard really good things about Pasongs. And I've never been to Pasongs.
it's really good.
Yeah.
Little local place in Saginaw.
Yeah. And then for breakfast, we have to go to Maple Grill.
We'll go to Maple Grill. We'll go to
I've
Maple
still
Grill
never
for sure.
been. So,
Maple Grill, guys. If you live in Michigan and you've never been there, it's the best restaurant in the state of Michigan. No ifs, ands, or buts. That's a
really?
fact. Yeah, it's awesome.
And
Like
outside
I'm not
of
just saying
Detroit?
that because they're local. Not just saying that because they're my buds. It's really, really good.
They like grow all their own shit, don't they? All their own herbs and stuff?
They grow a lot of their own stuff.
Yeah. I mean,
But
obviously
they also
not everything, but
yeah, they get a lot of stuff from local farms too.
yeah. So, that's cool. Yeah. I mean, everybody that I know that has ever went there has always raved about it. So, yeah, we'll have to give that a shot. Do some songs, do that stuff. But we'll plan our trip.
We'll figure it out.
off
We'll do that
camera.
after the podcast.
Yeah, we'll do that after the show here. But
which
yeah.
I think is coming up to an end here pretty soon.
Dude, I swear to God, if we don't talk about your fucking soup rankings, I'm gonna lose it. We've tried to talk about it on like 5 episodes now. We have tried to talk about it.
I gotta tinker
since-
with it a little bit. We'll get it next week. We'll get it next week. Because we started talking about hot and sour soup and egg drop soup.
That's
Now
fair. We
I'm gonna
can't do
try egg drop. It
multiple-
might make the top 5. So
It
I
might
might
make
have
the
to
top
tinker
5.
with it. It
So
probably
we
won't
might
because
have to
I assume that I'll like hot and sour
Probably
soup
won't.
more. But
But for whatever reason, I'm just repeating what you're saying.
yeah, sometimes you just gotta repeat things.
But okay, cool. Well, I think that was good, don't you?
Yeah.
I need a tissue, and you don't have any, so
No, I got no tissue, and my hands are really dry. I don't have any lotion in here though. So
it looks smooth as shit, though. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know,
At least the right
parts of
one
me are
does.
smooth as shit, but
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I think
cool.
that's it for us,
Yeah,
guys.
It is. I think that was solid. That was great. Thank you guys
Yeah.
for coming around. Thank you for the 3 of you, and Mike and I listened to it 4 times that are listening. It's great.
Yep,
Snickers,
thank you.
Give us
Hey,
one.
real quick, I want to do a test real quick.
Okay.
No, I don't want to do a test.
Do
Hey,
it. I
have
want
a
you to
good
do
one,
it.
everyone.
No, I want you to do it. Do the test.
All right, so we used to have a couple
Oh,
listeners
Yeah, do a test.
every single show, and I want to know if y'all still listening. So
Yeah.
I'm going to throw this out here. Kaylin and Mike, if you guys are still listening, shoot me a text. Kaylin, just say, hey, what's up? I listened. That was a good episode. Whether you think it's good or bad, just
Just say
make
it's
me feel good by
Just
saying it was
help
good.
us. Yeah.
And Mike, I'm going to need a dick pic.
Dick pic of the week.
Dick pic of the week.
Dude,
All right.
one of my I hope we'll find out if one of my friends is listening now that I work with, because he
Okay.
started listening to him, and he's like, what you have? So he's like, I'm gonna listen to all of them. I was like, okay. He goes, should I start with dick pic of the week? He's gay, by the way, and he's like my best friend at work. He's awesome.
Yeah.
His name is Alex. We'll say hi to Alex right now. And
Hi, Alex.
I'll see if we'll see if he actually listens to any of these.
Should
so.
I actually put a dick pic up? Is that something I can put on YouTube?
No,
Oh.
no, just eggplants.
Just
Just put an
eggplants.
eggplant right there. As you guys know, I'm not gonna put it up, but
He's not going to do it.
But yeah. So cool. Well, rad. Thanks, guys, for sitting in. I think this is a lot better than our first one that we came back with, even though we've had like 10 comebacks now.
Yep.
But yeah, I think this one was good. So
Yeah. Hopefully it makes it.
now, Chip the Ripper.